I felt that energy that they wanted to really go after Holly. That's a reflection of Holly, not me.
Andrew is sick. He's truly sick. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 9. Wait, Married at First Sight, Australia. Yes. Yes. Married at First Sight, Australia, Season 9, Episode 12. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and for those who've been asking for my niece, she will show up at the end. It's just if I put her here now, she's gonna want to be here for the whole video, and I'm not trying to do all that. All right, y'all. So I'm at a crossroads when it comes to Brent and Tamara. I feel like they're portraying Tamara as the villain, but it could be a tie between her and Brent. I think they're equally at fault for whatever is going on in their relationship. Essentially, they're at odds again, and this time it's because of TV volume.
That argument stemmed from you asking me.
I'm not gonna have someone to say get and I'm not gonna have someone look at me and go, about the TV, yeah.
I did not say that.
You really didn't say that. And you didn't even say it exactly like that.
I didn't say turn the TV down. What the
Yes,
No,
you did.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
They are the first to arrive at the dinner party, and somehow they killed a mood that was not even there. There was no one even there, and I felt the vibe just diminish as soon as they walked in. Brent is talking about it more, and he's basically saying it's a buildup of things. It's not just the volume, like you're constantly bringing up stuff. But in the last argument they had, Tamara asked him to bring stuff up as they happen and don't let them fester. Don't stew in anger. And that's exactly what he's doing. I'm inclined to believe that she does nag a lot, but I'm also inclined to believe that he's a hoarder of information and then lets it all out at once. They got to figure it out. So as they're trying to bury the hatchet, Olivia and Jackson walk in, and at least they lift the mood up a little bit.
How was intimacy week?
It's fine.
It was?
Yeah, it was like the first. Thank you, my darling. Oh, that's nice and cold. Cheers, hon.
Oh, you guys are such couple goals. I'm jealous.
So keeping up with the good vibes, which is so weird to say because it involves Celine. Celine walks in with Anthony. They're not hand in hand, but they are together, which is a lot more than what I expected. If you had asked me last week, Dominica and Jack are next, followed by Mitch and Ella. Okay, and Dominica actually apologized to Anthony.
I never allow bullying, never allow anyone to talk shit about someone. So deep in my core, I don't think that's right.
I do appreciate that apology.
Okay.
Let's just put it this way, it's water under the bridge with me.
I'm just so happy that you guys have made that move.
Well, it was one of those things. I never know how to quit. I don't know how to quit.
Well, I mean, that's good. Like, yeah, like Holly and Andrew, they haven't even tried to, like, come together.
Immediately after she gives her apology, she starts bringing up Holly and Andrew's issues. And I'm like, Dominica, damn. Are you not able to stay in your own business? Like, your marriage is going through enough. You want to tie in other relationships? Come on, girl. The things she's saying about Andrew, I feel like are correct. And Holly, honestly. But just stick your nose out of it, okay? Mind your business. Andrew then walks in, obviously alone, and he's encouraged by the group. He's encouraged by the group to share openly. Like, no, not just to the guys, like, talk to all of us. And surprisingly enough, he's able to win over the entire room.
I've cried more than I have in the last 2 days in a long time.
Take a drink. Take a drink.
You're gonna make me cry, right?
Well, I mean, there were some really big moments of controversy during that last commitment ceremony, but nobody, as yet, has called him out on his offensive behaviour.
You're gonna make me cry,
Right.
right?
It's okay.
Have a drink.
I think we've all
That's
cried a
right.
lot lately.
Everyone,
Stacks on!
Per his own admission, in the letter And in other cases, like his talking head moments, he has said not only has he been in the wrong, he's been doing things to purposely push Holly away. Yet all of a sudden, when he's airing out the dirty laundry, I've tried my best, you know, she's just so stubborn, and she's this and she's that. He neglects to mention that he called her a narcissist. He neglects to mention that he was doing things purposely to push her away. I'm like, if this is what a motivational speaker's characteristics are like, keep them away from me. I don't want them around. Selena and Cody are next to walk in hand in hand. Oh, I'm so happy for them. And they are followed by Al and Samantha. And it's still, at this point, a witch hunt for Holly, who's not even here.
What's been happening anyway, Jay?
Oh, nothing. I've been down on the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Good. She's just filling me in because apparently we missed quite a lot.
Yeah, with Holly and Andrew.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how they just went through what they went through last week, where one person said something, pinned the whole room against somebody, and it turned out that that wasn't the entire truth. Yet a week later, they're doing the same thing. And in this part, it's even worse because they have the whole room's support. It wasn't just the women's support. Andrew has the entire room's support. So poor Holly, I'm saying poor loosely, poor Holly walks in excited to see everybody, and she completely ignores Andrew. Of course, you call me a narcissist, I'm not even looking your direction after that. But the poor thing doesn't even know that the whole room has been turned against her.
Did she turn away from Andrew, or did she not
Yes,
see him?
she
She
just
avoided him, right?
completely ignored him.
So quickly, she's discovering that the vibe here is not what she thought it was going to be. And so she is trying to plead her case, and the dinner party starts. Producers yelling, Bessie for that. Producers, why you ain't let the girl try to say something? She couldn't get a word in, and I'm like, this is PTSD for her. You know, she can't get a word in with Andrew. Now she can't get a word in with, because of production. Man, the poor thing. And to make matters worse, obviously each couple is seated beside each other, and she's like, no, I will not be sitting beside him.
Okay.
Wow. Holly's just moved her seat away from Andrew down to the other end of the table.
Holly, you don't know. You have no idea.
Ollie, we'll move down one.
This is another big statement she's making.
Big
Yes,
statement. And I don't think we've actually
absolutely.
seen that happen before, have we?
No, we haven't.
In comes Tamara and Dominica yet again. I'm catching a theme here. When it comes to tea, it's always going to be Tamara and Dominica, even though they got their own BS going on in their relationship. Now, if it was Olivia, if it was, who else is having a good time? At this stage, it was Ella, them coming, trying to figure out, okay, well, how can we get y'all in a good place? Maybe I would understand. But it's the girls who have their own issues. I'm like, does misery love company at this point? So anyways, they're here to find the tea, and of course, they receive it.
Please give us examples.
Oh, absolutely.
Of what's happened in the situation.
Yep.
And I'm not attacking you. I
yeah.
honestly don't understand.
I have so many examples. He will not let me finish a sentence. I can't even make this up.
Holly, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to see you be the bigger person.
I have been the bigger person. Liv.
There's a shot of the experts talking about the situation, and they're basically saying that they think the reason why the room is gravitating towards Andrew's truth is because he has poise. He's able to be put together, while whenever Holly talks about anything, literally anything, she seems flighty, she seems flustered, she's not quite, you know, she's always kind of, y'all know what I'm saying, okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. And surprisingly enough, little by little, Dom is starting to pick up on that as well.
I think we're all a bit blinded by his beautiful, I'm Tony Robbins bullshit. I think there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot more here.
Is there?
Yeah.
So she's clearly believing that there's some kind of facade here, and I believe her. I think to have a career like motivational speaker, you need to have some kind of charisma. You need to be able to sell somebody something that you believe in, whether or not you do. And Andrew has that capability. Oh man, the waterworks, whenever he wants them, he can summon them like that. Whenever he wants to be rude and really create a narrative about Holly, he can summon it like that. Any kind of storyline he is trying to push, he can embody it so quickly. And I think that's what makes an amazing motivational speaker. But in Andrew's case, it's making him a horrible partner. Not to say motivational speakers are horrible partners, but Andrew just happens to be both. That's all. Moving on from them for a moment, a lot of the people are in a really good place. And I'm sorry, the ones that really, really make me happy is watching Selena and Cody. The turnaround for the two of them has just been stellar.
We have Jackson and Liv who are killing it, like respect, like couple goals.
And then you're like, oh my God, I'm like pretty lucky myself because I have a pretty okay wife.
It's better than pretty okay, babe. Like, I'm good.
Did you realize that's not?
I've known that for a lot longer.
Okay, just check.
So they are talking to Ella and Mitch about how different this process is compared to regular dating. And Ella is just basically saying, like, I haven't had to talk this much and whatever. And she's speculating, what long-term could look like. And Mitch just kind of blows up at her out of nowhere.
I'm like, does he see beyond this?
We're 2 weeks in. Who knows? Who cares, to be honest?
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, I care. I do.
Who gives a shit? Well, that's not a month.
But I care.
If you want your partner to open up, be vulnerable, you can't then dismiss them in such a harsh way like that.
When you say, like, I don't want to be here and, like, I'd rather be doing this and that, I can't help but think that it has something to do with me.
And that's your own problem for being insecure.
Maybe because you don't reassure me enough.
He thinks that since he has given her sexual intimacy, if we can call it intimacy at that point, it might just be an act for him, to be honest. Since they've become physical, that's all the reassurance that he needs to give. And it's like, no, like there's verbal affirmation that comes with that. There's other forms of intimacy that comes in a relationship. You can't just be attracted to someone and think that that's enough to keep a relationship strong. These two, a few people before were saying that they believe that he's more into her than she is into him. And although I believe that, I also think he's just a pessimist in life. And because he came in wanting to prove the experts wrong, he's not giving it a fair try. He's not giving Ella a fair try. And he's almost gaslighting her to the point where she believes she's doing too much. She literally says, point taken, after he blows up at her, and she lets him off the hook. Ella, no. This might not be the time to argue, so if that's what she's doing, okay, I understand. In public, keep a united front. But don't let him get away with this even when y'all get home. He's not to be trusted. I don't know, something's wrong with Mitch, y'all. Something is wrong with Mitch. Tamara and Brent, at least they're not able to take each other off the hook. And the energy is noticed by Olivia, I think it was. And she asked them, yo, like, what's going on with you guys? And Brent is basically saying she nags a lot. Y'all don't see that.
This is where it gets to me. It's the same volume.
This is the way I get spoken to all the time, this argumentative way. But it's music. Just the way you're speaking to Sam, like in this argumentative way. It's
rude though. I think.
No, I don't think it's rude, but I don't think that's what
It's not. You just say it is. I'm going to bed. I need you to turn this down. I'm going to bed right now.
I don't speak to you like that at all.
I'm happy to say yes, I'm happy to compromise, but not every time. There's only so much navigating you can do until someone's going to start twitching a little bit.
Tamara's argument is that Brent is very moody and he's very aggressive, and on the surface, you would think that that is the problem in their relationship. But if what he's saying about her nagging is true, I can understand why he acts the way he does, because it's like, yo, you reach a breaking point. When somebody keeps saying things to you like you're a child, like they're belittling you, you get sick of it very, very quickly. But I feel also that Brent might not have good communication skills, because if her argument is true in that, one, he is moody, and two, he does harbor a lot of emotions and doesn't express them at the moment, that's a problem for a stranger and in a marriage. You need to be able to express yourself effectively. I don't know what she's laughing at. You need to be able to express yourself effectively in order for the other person to understand where you're coming from, and also to learn what are your on and off switches. What are the things that bother you, so that we can mitigate arguments in the future. We're going to put a pin in them because that's where it ended for the two of them. But we're moving back to Holly and Andrew. To my surprise, Celine is choosing to be a listening ear to Holly and is offering up counsel from her and Anthony. Maybe not counsel, but just, you know, to have a sounding board for the two of them to air out their grievances. And I'm like, oh, really? Now you see how important it is for people to hear both sides of an argument in order to make a proper decision. That's interesting. But anyways, she chooses that role and it didn't go well.
You made me feel lesser than dirt. You wrote me off on the first day.
Holly, I do like you.
You're both here. Like, does that not say anything? Like you didn't have to come tonight. You didn't have to get ready and be here.
This sounds like a two-way street here. To tell the honest truth, like, both of you need that validation. Neither one of you want to back down.
Even when I didn't get validation, I was still kind and I continued to try. I did not throw insults. He didn't earn validation, and so he was nasty.
Ultimately, it's clear that they're not ever going to get along. She's just too intense for him. He is, I'm going to use his own word, too narcissistic for the situation. To his belief, he has never been in such a toxic environment and needs to remove himself from this toxic environment because it's just so toxic.
There's nothing I can say, nothing I can do. She's in defense mode. Her ego feels bruised. She feels rejected. Zero accountability, zero responsibility. That's to another level of toxic environment that I've never been in my entire life.
If this couple is real, which I don't believe that it is, he is truly delusional. He is truly delusional. I'm still of the belief that they are actors. It seems like she's going to read a letter out to the people, and I wouldn't be surprised if she said, I was here to fulfill a role or something, because it seems like everybody's going to be stunned somehow. She's an actress, man. She's an actress. Nobody can prove me wrong. That's the end of the review, so let's see how quickly this girl will come over here. Tandega, come.
Yes.
Come say hi. Look up there. Say hi.
Hi.
No, look up there. Say, how are you?
Good.
No, you say, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah, show them your hair. Who did your hair?
Yeah, Auntie did it.
Auntie did it. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. See y'all in the next video.